Sure. So we're into critter play. I'm wearing a puppy hood. This is a kitty. It's part of the kink community.
It's a part of the
kink community.
The kink community?
Yeah.
So are you guys like into animals?
No.
What do you mean by kink?
Kink. It just falls under the kink. You know, like kinks, like leather.
So like
play.
you guys play like dress up and.
Yeah.
So dress up is like
social.
animals?
No. So.
I'm sorry, I've never heard of this. I'm trying to get more familiar with it.
Yeah. So it can be social, it can be sexual, but it doesn't involve actual animals or anything of that.
Okay. So it doesn't involve animals, they just dress up as animals.
They dress up as different critters that they feel a persona with.
Okay.
We are the animals.
Okay, so you guys are the animals. Yeah. Awesome.
All right, it's official. I am being laid off. Just received my preliminary reduction in force notice that I am, what's the word?
That's tough. No.
Notice of recommendation not to reemploy for 2025-2026. You are receiving this notice either because you serve in a particular kind of service that is being reduced or eliminated. So, can someone please just explain to me how the teacher of the year gets laid off? And yes, I am upset. But I think I'm so angry right now that it's going to take me some time to sift through these emotions. I love my students. I always will. That's it.
Well, maybe if you taught kids what they need to learn instead of teaching them all of this ABCD nonsense, you might not have gotten laid from your job. You're too busy trying to indoctrinate them and you suffer the consequences of your stupidity. It is what it is.
It will never not be funny to me that all these weird chuds on the internet love the Matrix and they reference it all the time and call themselves red-pilled and don't understand that it is a trans allegory. Don't believe me? Go get your high school yearbook, find that kid who dressed as Neo, and look up where that kid is now. She's one of the dolls, I guarantee it. You might be thinking, but I dressed as Neo in high school and I'm not trans. I got some news for you. But seriously, that movie was written and directed by two closeted trans women. Every time Agent Smith talks to Neo, he dead names him. The red pill is estrogen. Literally. This is what estrogen pills looked like in the 90s. Cypher is a pick-me, like Blair White. That itch in the back of your mind that something is wrong, that's gender dysphoria. And when you finally see how gender is constructed and keeps us trapped, girl, you're seeing the Matrix.
Terminator is the prequels to, or the beginning of the Matrix. Sarah Connor is actually Neo's mother. So JC, John Connor's Jesus Christ, grows up to be Neo, one and the same in the Matrix. The Matrix is in the future. The Terminator is the past. It's time travel, past, present, and future time travel. It's the second coming of the Christ, the evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machine. So the machines, the Terminator machines, hear that a child is going to be born that's going to terminate them in the future when they oppress man. See, it's a man versus the machine. It's God's children versus man's children.
Problem that the trans community is facing, and it's the same problem that women face, is if you don't know anything about our bodies, you don't know how it works. So when you come in and you say, oh, you know, these men, these are men, you know,
competing
against women, you're assuming that the women are weak and just can't do anything except be here. Have you seen female athletes? They know what they're doing. So I'm not sure what's going on or why this is an issue. The same for me as when people say, oh, you know, I don't know how I feel about you. You do. God doesn't make mistakes.
No.
And the challenge is not to the trans people, it's to the people who are not trans. That's what God is looking to see, how you treat people.
Yeah.
You only hear this type of nonsense from people who have never participated in competitive sports. The fact that she had the audacity to say that women should be able to compete with men is absolutely insane. If that's the case, there should be no reason where we have a division between men and women's sports. We should just all put them in the same sports to compete against each other, and let's see how that works out for you. Whoopi Goldberg, you are indeed stupid.
All right,
time I don't like a woman, or I find myself not liking a woman, I immediately remind myself I should be spending this energy not liking a man.
I've been told that these people apparently are inclusive and loving people, but then I see videos like this and I get very confused.
What is the weirdest thing about conservatives?
That they're brainwashed, they're all cultish.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's something you agree with conservatives on?
Not a damn thing anymore.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Can't name one?
No.
Immigration, free speech, First, Second Amendment?
First and Second Amendment, sure.
Okay. All right, so we have some agreement.
This week we're doing a care home one. That's on Saturday.
Care home?
Going to a care home to
No.
some old guys.
You're doing that?
Yeah.
They're going to let you go in there?
I'm saying I'm visiting. I've been talking to this old guy and he's at a care home because I was like, I want to my oldest fan.
Yeah.
And he's at a care home. So
How old is he?
I think he's like 72.
Damn, pretty old.
Should we agree that 14-year-olds should not be able to get gender-affirming care?
No.
You think they should?
Absolutely not. Yeah, I think they do. Are you the Society of Pediatric Endocrinologists? Are you the AMA? Because they disagree with you.
Just because you don't have the title doctor does not mean that you can't see which doctor practices from afar. There is no medicinal value of giving a 14-year-old girl who might be going through a phase, who's probably going through puberty anxiety, irreversible drugs, and breast removal surgery, and saying that this is all about gender-affirming care.
No one in the United States under the age of 16 gets breast reduction surgery. They do have access to hormones, and there are medical benefits to that, primarily the decrease in anxiety and suicidality.
First of all, that's been disproven in the Cass report. I don't want to pick on you, but you got to explain to me, what is a woman?
I think it's anyone who identifies as a woman.
No, but then what is the term? It's like saying a tree is a thing that is a tree. That's circular reasoning.
I think it's literally just that. I don't think it has to be that deep.
That's not.
Okay, how would you define it then? To understand where you're coming
as
from.
humanity always has, which is an adult female with XX chromosomes, right? Not tough, not difficult, not overcomplicated. My 2-year-old actually could say woman, man, woman, man, woman.
Why do you need to know that? Why does it matter if you call them a man or not?
Hold on. So we just gravitated from that. This is what it is to why does it matter? Let me tell you why it matters. Because we are being forced to lie on a daily basis and affirm people's mental delusions.
True.
And we refuse to lie.
These people are the people who are getting higher education, and I want to put higher education in quotes. Higher education, and this person can't even tell us what a woman is. Apparently a woman is someone who identifies as a woman.
There's absolutely no need to pay someone to rape a cow or shoot a pig in the head.
Hey,
Just because you take my sign from me does not mean anything. You will never stop me from speaking up for the most oppressed beings on this planet.
Vegans are very annoying people. We don't care about your ideology. If I want to eat meat, I'm going to eat meat. I want all the meat eaters to comment down in the comment section down below. Meat is good.
I'm in my 30s. I'm a marathon runner. I'm vegan. I live a very healthy life.
But what health issues are you having from all the stress and all the blowback coming back from the Democratic Party?
I really hope my parents aren't watching these. They're strict Asians. I don't get my period. It's like a psychosomatic thing, so you can't be in a survival mode. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, hopefully I'll get it back. Sorry if that's too much TMI.
I can guarantee you it has nothing to do with the stress you're receiving from the Democratic Party and more to do with the fact that you're more than likely a vegan and the fact that you're also 30 years old. But hey, if you want to believe what you want to believe, keep living in your delusional world.
My name is Sarah and I'm here outside KFC's London flagship store to call on KFC's bosses, Martin McCormick, James Whitehorn and Rob Swain.
This is a plea for you to urgently release the roadmap to end the cruel use of fast-growing banker chicken.
Until KFC's decision makers showed we won't backtrack on their promises to animals, we intend to hold KFC to account.
While KFC stalls on basic welfare, this will not be our last protest.
Covert racism is still racism. And I saw a crazy microaggression today on my flight to Chicago. There was this white guy in his 60s talking to his wife, nothing too crazy. And then a black man stands up and he goes to get his bag from the overhead compartment. The white guy like turns to him and he like adopts this like weird accent and starts talking very slowly and calling him brother. And it was just very clearly racially charged. And you could feel the like atmosphere in the plane shift because it just felt so awkward and just hostile. And I just wanted to say, this is still racism. Covert racism, also sometimes called benevolent racism, is still racism. Just because you are saying something in a nice way or you're trying to like strike up banter with someone doesn't mean that you can't be racist. You don't have to have malicious intent to be stereotypically profiling somebody or to be talking down to them or making someone feel bad. And the guy like basically told him to fuck off and who grabbed his bag and he turned around and walked away, which good for him. But if you're a white person, stop doing this.
There is no way in blue hell that this is a real story. I can guarantee you she made this up from the figments of her imaginations. Of course it's the case that once again you want to bring up this whole race nonsense because of the fact that you want to make people out to be victims. Not everything is racism, and please take away the victim card. It's getting really annoying.
Covert.
Is there a reason you want to hurt animals? Why do you want to hurt animals?
I love animals.
You putting an animal in your mouth? Is that love? Is that an expression of your love to chop their heads off and eat their dead bodies?
It's not me who killed them. I just asked for a tender box.
Do you know what integrity is in life? Do you have integrity?
I think I do. I paid like $13 for this.
So you paid for the animal torture? Can you admit that?
I don't think they were tortured.
Would you be willing to see what you did to the animals? It's called Dominion. It's just fully Australian, shows you everything. There's a full section on chickens. There you go. The little present. I wish someone gave me this present when I was your age. How old are you?
17.
You got duped. You're pissed off with the vegans for doing this. We're pissed off as well. We got duped as well. I wasn't vegan till I was 41, bro.
I can guarantee we can all tell that you're vegan, and I just want to place a picture and an image in people's heads who are watching this video. If you've watched Harry Potter, you'll understand and you'll probably begin to visualize this character in your head, but just think of a character in Harry Potter with the letter V.
Undocumented migrants, you are still welcome. I don't care if you've done some terrible things. Undocumented migrants, you are still welcome. Me and my progressive friends, we offer you a home. It's a spiritual home, not actually a room. Undocumented migrants, you are still welcome. Undocumented migrants, you are still welcome.
I have a trans kid, okay, and like my 7-year-old son is like in the middle like of medically transitioning, and like, you know, I live in New York, so it's a friendly state, and it's an accepting state, and it's a sanctuary state for trans kids. But now that Donald Trump and JD Vance are coming in, like, they're gonna like stop my kid from getting the hormones that like she needs to medically transition. My kid's been exposed to a very like progressive learning environment, and a lot of the stuff that my son Carl watches on television, it really shows like the power of inclusion, the power of love, the power of like accepting like all people. That kind of helped my son Carl realize that like she's really a girl, and like her name is Carla, and now like Trump and JD Vance are gonna stop my kid from like taking the hormones that she needs to be the woman that I know she wants to be. Like, it is fascism, and it's a human rights violation.
I'm going to swear on the side that this was all a joke and a scare, and everything he was saying was made up. But then at the same time, I would not be surprised if it was real, because there are people who actually think like this, and there are people who are actually living this type of life right now as we speak. So yeah, whether it's fake or not, this video is sad.
I was just wondering if you'd like to go down on a list saying you're willing to take the refugees into your home.
Of course not. Only problem is I rent.
You rent?
Yeah.
Maybe an issue?
Yeah, because they've got, well, they've put 9 bedrooms in a 4-bedroom house, so we're pretty much...
So, since you actually adopt a refugee and take them into your home?
Well, if I had any space, I would.
If you had any space?
It wouldn't be
right.
a nice place to bring them, because it's a bit overcrowded.
Right.
But yes, if I had the space, definitely.
Thank you very much for that, love. Pop one into your home?
I
live in a rental place, so I can't.
Rental?
Yeah.
You can't do it?
Yeah.
Someone else's job?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I can't.
You can't take one?
I don't have a
Don't have the space? Can we have a refugee stay at your house?
Yeah, I don't mind.
You go on the list?
I don't mind, yeah, I can take, give me the thing. Oh wait, I can't, because my house is only a little small and...
Amazing. Would you be willing to have a refugee in your home?
Yes, if I had room.
If you had room, it's funny that. To adopt a refugee?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Any reason in particular?
I don't. What sort of refugee are you talking about?
Excuse me, would you be willing to adopt a refugee into your home?
No.
No.
Sorry, I can't.
Would you adopt a refugee into your home?
No, thank you.
No? Adopt a refugee?
I would be willing, yeah, if I had the space.
If you had the space?
Yeah.
So, where should we put them then?
Where should we put them?
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who are...
Which it is okay for violence. No?
We're not justifying violence.
You have free Luigi on your head, though.
Yeah, but it's about the system, the healthcare system, basically. Violence is not justified in any way, but it's because of the system.
Okay. But you do know you're advocating to free someone that killed someone.
Yes, okay. Well, the politicians kill people every day. That's the most corrupt country in the world.
I mean, it kind of sounds a little bit like you're advocating for violence, but what do I know?
They just wear a tie. That's it.
Okay. I mean, I'm just a man asking questions. What do I know?